When I think of headless commerce, I think of cool. And there's a lot of reasons behind that, but I think first you have to kind of understand the evolution of e-commerce and how we got to where we are with headless commerce. If you look at how e-commerce websites were built before Shopify, before big commerce kind of coming in and changing how we kind of have this e-commerce platform as a service is now what you think of when you think e-commerce. Before that, we just had people building websites and you had to build your own product management system. You had to build your own front end to go with whatever API and database you're using and kind of build your own platform. And that was before Shopify. Then Shopify comes along and they revolutionize e-commerce. They build the e-commerce as a platform. And with that, there's a lot of improvements for e-commerce store holders, right? You can set up an e-commerce store in 10 minutes now. You go on, you buy a subscription, and you're ready to go. You're ready to sell products. But you're also kind of confined to the patterns that Shopify or whatever e-commerce platform you're going with has developed. And that's where headless commerce kind of was introduced. Is it's essentially these platforms or these e-commerce platforms give you their API so that you can extend on top of it and you can build your own e-commerce store in the way that you want to build it with some of those tools that they've given you out of the box. And that's kind of where we're at today with headless commerce is if you look at a platform like BigCommerce, you have this open-ended API and you can use the platform kind of as you see fit as it solves your business need. But you can bring your own additional APIs to this architecture and kind of extend on top of it. So when I think of headless e-commerce, I think of extremely customizable. I think of fast because you're using a kind of cutting edge front end with that. And then I think about flexibility, right? If the e-commerce platform gets me 90% of the way to where I need to be, I can now get it all the way there. I can build that last 10% on top of my platform as a service layer. And I have the e-commerce site that I want and that fits my business need.